And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Yusha alayhi salam lived until he was 127 years old, and the scholars say that was 27 years after the death of Musa alayhi salam. After the death of Yusha, Bani Israel was divided. After the death of Yusha, Bani Israel was humiliated. There was no prophets and messengers sent. And later on, when prophets were sent, prophets come from one family, leadership is from another family. It was only at the time of Yusha alayhi salam in which the prophecy and the leadership was in one character. After the death of Yusha, Bani Israel start to go down and start to have dispute, and they start to have within each other dispute and conflict, and Bani Israel start to fight each other. And Bani Israel, from being so organized and united under Yusha alayhi salam to being so unorganized and disunited after the time of Yusha alayhi salam. And after Yusha alayhi salam, there was no prophet, there was a king, and no king, there was a prophet. Prophecy was in one wing, and the leadership and the kingdom was another wing. In other words, there was no one man who was a prophet and a king the way it was at the time of Yusha and Musa. There will be a king but not a prophet, and a prophet not a king. And they separated and isolated the ruling. They separated and isolated the ruling, the government from religion. Before, it used to be the government and religion in one, because the governor or the leader of the government was a prophet, and the prophet alayhi salam was a leader. So it was two, the prophecy and the leadership was in one. After Yusha alayhi salam was separated, was divided, the prophecy is one thing, the leadership is another thing. And they isolated the government from religion, and the prophecy was in one descendant, and the leadership was in one descendant. The prophecy was in the descendants of Lawi, or the children of Lawi, the son of Yaqub. And the kingdom, the leadership was in the descendants of Yahuda, the son of Yaqub. Bani Israel alayhi salam is a prophet. He had 12 children. Those 12 children are the 12 tribes of Bani Israel. And those 12 tribes are under the names of those 12 children. One of those 12 children, his name was Lawi. His descendants that's where the prophecy comes from. So most of the prophets that came later on, they are from the descendants of Lawi. Yahuda is another son of Bani Israel, another son of Israel, another son of Yaqub alayhi salam. And his descendants were all the leaders and the kings after Yusha alayhi salam. And as I mentioned, because Yusha alayhi salam, he was the leader and the prophet at once, he had everything under control. Once Yusha alayhi salam passed away, then Bani Israel were in complete disunity and disorder. For 460 years, Bani Israel had been going from worse to worse, from bad to bad. And Bani Israel at the time of Yusha alayhi salam, and especially after opening Jerusalem, they had the upper hand. And Allah Azza wa Jal had given them so much. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send prophets among them. That at one stage Bani Israel will have 3 prophets at once. The Prophet Mohammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said that Allah sent the prophets and messengers to Bani Israel. Every time a prophet passes away, another prophet will be sent. You could imagine how many prophets and messengers being sent to Bani Israel. Even to the stage, there will be more than 3 and 4 at once. And Bani Israel start to go from bad to bad, from evil to committing more evil doings. from crime to worse crime, and they start to leave Islam and start to associate someone else with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the kufr, they start to enter Bani Israel. And the commitments to the evilness start to increase among the Bani Israel, from killing to murder to stealing to theft to riba.
Or if you truly execute justice, one with another, and if you do not oppress the alien, or shed innocent blood in this place, I will let you dwell in this place, in the land I gave of old to your fathers forever. You trust in deceptive words to no avail. Will you steal, murder, commit adultery, swear falsely, burn incense to Baal, and go after other gods that you have not known, and then come and stand before me in this house which is called by my name and say we are delivered, only to go on committing all these abominations?
And just things became worse and worse, that they start to commit actions that no one before them did. They start to have the custom of killing prophets and messengers. They will kill the prophet and messenger the way they slaughter a sheep. It's so easy and simple for them to slaughter and kill a prophet and a messenger. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this in the Quran al-Kareem, وَقَتْلِهُمُ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ, from the killing of the prophets and messengers. They'll kill prophets and messengers so easy. It's so easy to kill a prophet and messenger, and sometimes they'll kill 3 prophets and messengers at once. And every time a prophet and messenger will come, and that prophet and messenger tells them what they don't want, they kill him. And sometimes they kill him for the sake of Allah. This man is saying things that's out of the religion of Islam, is killing.
Why would God send a prophet from the wilderness when you are surrounded by school priests? Why would he destroy his own people? Why would he accuse you of injustices? This man must die.
No! He is a prophet, my lord.
He is a traitor, my lord. Traitors die.
أفكلما جاءكم رسول بما لا تهوى أنفسكم استكبرتم ففريقا كذبتم وفريقا تقتلون